Why was the House Select Committee on Assassinations formed for JFK? Imagine living in a time when trust in your government is starting to crack. That's exactly what happened after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The event shook the nation to its core. People wanted answers, and they wanted them now. The official story from the Warren Commission said that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. But many Americans felt something was missing. Over the years, doubts grew stronger. Books, articles, and even government reports suggested there might be more to the story. The 1960s were a time of big change, not just in music and fashion, but in how people viewed their leaders and the truth. The Vietnam War, civil rights protests, and the Watergate scandal all made Americans question authority more than ever before. By the mid-1970s, this skepticism was at a boiling point. Congress decided it was time to look again. They wanted to see if the original investigation had missed anything, or if secrets had been kept. New revelations about the CIA and FBI added fuel to the fire. It turned out that the CIA had known about plots against Fidel Castro, and the FBI had kept surveillance on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. These facts made many wonder what else might have been hidden from the public. The House Select Committee on Assassinations was created in 1976 to do a fresh, independent review. They aimed to look at all the evidence, hear from new witnesses, and use modern technology to analyze what really happened. Unlike the Warren Commission, which mostly worked behind closed doors, the new committee held public hearings. This made the process more transparent and allowed ordinary Americans to see the investigation unfold. The formation of the committee reflected the spirit of the 1960s, questioning authority, demanding honesty, and believing that the truth should be accessible to everyone. It was a sign that the country was still grappling with its past and trying to find justice. When the committee finished, they agreed that Oswald did fire the shots that killed Kennedy. But they also found evidence suggesting there might have been a conspiracy, possibly involving organized crime. This was a big shift from the earlier conclusion and showed how much public opinion had changed. The committee's work didn't end all doubts, but it proved that the government was willing to revisit a painful chapter in history. For those who look back with a sense of 1960s nostalgia, the creation of the House Select Committee on Assassinations is a reminder of a time when Americans pushed for truth and transparency. It was about more than just uncovering what happened to a president. It was about holding the government accountable and trying to restore faith in the system. The committee's efforts reflected the era's desire for honesty and justice, even when the answers were difficult to face. It stands as a symbol of how the spirit of questioning and seeking truth from that turbulent decade continued into the years that followed.